Hey guys, thank you for tuning in and welcome back. MisterJaay's reactions over here, and it's always an honor to have you stop by and then we share ideas. And I'm always honored that you guys engage with me in the comment section. Please keep doing that. I mean, it makes me feel like we are in touch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on this vlog, I want us to look at the situation that the UN in New York is unfolding right now, and a whole lot of people have spoken. And one thing that I've noticed is a whole lot of people have come out and they are questioning this whole mess that is going on in the Gaza Strip in Palestine. And some leaders just flat out came out, like they just came out and just called this whole UN thing a circus. That's what we are going to talk about. But before we do not forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, give us a thumbs up. Man, chime in. Let me know exactly what the deal is. You guys are watching, but you are not subscribing. What the deal is, man. So let's get into it. It's been a whole lot of more than almost a year now, man. This whole massacre, this genocide that is going on in Palestine, in Gaza, the state of Israel is literally killing people, and majority of whom are kids. And nobody's doing anything, and nobody's doing anything because majority of those in the Security Council under the UN, they are all supporting this state, this apartheid state, to actually continue killing human beings like they are dogs. Now, this whole come together, I will keep calling this whole thing a come together because it is a charade. Because people just go there and talk and talk and talk, and then just 5 member states have the power to impact changes. This is crazy. Now, don't ask me why it is this way. It has been this way for 80 years, man. Mind you, when the League of Nations failed after Hitler was defeated, the United Nations came on board. And now, 80 years on, it is a mess. It is a circus. There is an ambassador who gave a speech which actually took MisterJaay by, this man is the Libyan ambassador, man. He came out and his speech was, man, this was textbook explanation of what is happening. Let's look at Libya real quick. Libya under Muammar Gaddafi was the greatest nation on earth. I mean, that was a textbook nation of what a true country is supposed to be like. And then the moment this leader said they want to empower the whole continent, they turned on him and they killed him. And look at what Libya is like today. Libya is a shit show. Excuse my French. You feel me? Yes, Libya is a mess. So for this ambassador to come up and see exactly what is happening to Palestine, the Gaza Strip, and point out fingers, and like some of you guys keep talking about respect this, the rule of law, international resolution, this and that, but you guys are sponsoring the genocide that is happening in the Gaza Strip. This is crazy. I'm not going to talk so much, but I want you to watch this video and then I will give you my take in the end. Just watch this speech real quick.
Mr. President, in the outset, allow me to speak in English, as I wish today to have my messages sent clear and not lost in translation. In the same time, I would like to align myself with the statements of the Arab group, the Islamic group, and the non-alignment movement. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to debate this resolution regarding the advisory opinion of the ICJ on the legal consequences arising from the unlawful occupation by the Israeli forces of the Palestinian territory, which Libya was proud to join its deliberations. This resolution presented by the delegation of the State of Palestine is by itself a historic moment, being the first action they take after getting their deserved, long-awaited privileges since the starting of this 29th year session. Unfortunately, they had to wait 79 years for that to happen. So in that regard, it's important to remind you that it's about time also to grant them the full membership of the United Nations. But while I'm standing here before you today, I find myself challenged and struggling to understand what are we exactly debating. Ordinary people watching us would question this, because simply we are debating whether we should comply with the legal findings of the most prominent, prestigious international institution, the International Court of Justice. We are debating whether or not we should comply with international law. As much as this ICJ advisory is important and timely, but we should not at all neglect the fact that the occupation of the Palestinian territories has been and will remain unlawful. And none of you ever needed to wait all these decades for such advisory opinion to know that. But here we are. And the real test begins now. The real test today is for those countries who preach and call others to respect international law and rule of law. So what will your position be now? The real test today is for those countries who preach and call others to stick to principles, respect the UN Charter, and to comply with the decisions of its organs and bodies. So what will your position be now? The real test today is for those countries who watched the ongoing massacres and the genocide in Gaza for almost a year and witnessed the systematic destruction and dehumanization conducted by an apartheid regime for decades. So what will your position be now? On which side of history are you going to be on? What will the books of history say about you? What are you going to tell your people if you happen to vote against this resolution or even abstain? What excuse are you going to use to justify such decision? If you can't vote for peace and justice and against occupation and illegal settlements, how you'll be able to ask for support if one day you're occupied? How will you explain if your government supports in any way such occupation in violation of international law and not hold those who do so accountable? And what will you say to those who will aim at you and say, "Welcome to the world of double standards"? And talking about double standards, just a while ago, we heard the representative of the occupying Israeli forces bashing you all, as he does with his predecessors, perform a show and teaching us and lecturing us about humanity and morality, totally disconnected from reality. Even today, he couldn't bring any justification, nor speak about the topic we're discussing, the illegal settlements. He could not address the resolution and trying to show that the world started only on October the 7th, neglecting the fact of history. Well, if he considers this assembly a circus, guess what? I consider him a clown performing in this place, always bringing his preps, trying to produce a show, failing to make us laugh, deceiving us from reality. That's what they try to do, but they fail dramatically. So when I ask him if he thinks this place is a circus, why are you performing in it? Why are you still a member in it? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to show action and not words. Nearly a year will pass and the massacres and genocide in Gaza and the West Bank is continuing. The inability of the international community, especially the Security Council, to stop these atrocities and reach a ceasefire, and the silence of many of you, is what allowed the killing of tens of thousands, injuring hundreds of thousands, the displacement of almost 2 million, the spread of famine and diseases. So today, do some justice for those innocent and vote in favor of this resolution, which would be a message from the world to the occupying forces and who support them blindly. Say enough is enough and it's time to act. Libya reaffirms its position that it won't define resistance against occupation as terrorism. And who from your countries didn't gain their independence without resistance, especially when the doors of peaceful solutions are completely shut down. Libya affirms its position that the only peaceful solution to this 7 decades of aggression and occupation is by recognizing the Palestinians' right to defend themselves and resist occupation and the right of self-determination, and having an independent state with Jerusalem, its capital. In conclusion, it's time now for all to comply and respect the outcome of the ICJ. This court, which we all know has established or was established to help in ensuring peace and justice, where international law should prevail over the use of force. Therefore, we call on you all to vote in favor of this resolution to pave the road for peace. History will remember those countries which have taken a principled, a moral, a legal or humane stance, and it will also remember those who had their humanity in deep coma and were aware and deliberately participated in this live broadcasted atrocity, especially the 21st century Holocaust, the Holocaust of Gaza. Voting in favor of this resolution today is a vote for peace, and it's a vote for justice. I thank you.
Welcome back. Let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen. This man is really speaking from a place of everybody else around the world. It is truly sickening to see that the whole world is watching how some of these Western powers empower, and they are promoting this one appetite state to continue deliberately killing human beings it's like to them is okay. And the double standard nature of these Western countries, when you see things like this playing out, see, leaders in our continent should understand that this is the exact same thing that they would do to you. These folks could care less about anything that has to do with any other group of people as long as it is not their own type of people. I'm not going to say much. I want you to leave a comment and let me know exactly what you think about this man's speech. Let's start having these type of conversations, you feel me? Let's look at these things, because if it is happening over there, oh, best believe it's something that can happen in Africa. Hell, it has been happening in Africa. I mean, that is my time, and I hope you did join the family. Do hit that subscribe button, smash the like, give us that thumbs up, and I'm looking forward to your comments. And let's exchange our ideologies down in the comment section, and stay blessed. Peace.